Okay, uh, gonna be quite an important video to make. I want to talk about how as a TI, you will be unable to find work, and they will try and stop your money. So, I just was called to a meeting at the job centre over my benefits, right? And I went with my mum, you know, because she knows more about this kind of shit than I do. I'm not good with money-related things. Turns out they took us to a fraud investigation guy, yeah? And they come out saying, oh, you have £102,000 in an account. And we don't know anything about this account. I don't know nothing about it. And my mum was like, what? You know, then they just said, oh, well, you know, it can be wrong sometimes. It's quite often it's wrong. Then they start having a go at me saying, oh, well, we're getting suspicious because your money keeps going just below the, maximum amount you're allowed. So, you know, they're saying, oh, we think that's suspicious. Well, you know, that doesn't matter. As long as I'm doing what's right and I'm not breaking the rules, then, you know, there's nothing they can do. But this fake account thing got me quite concerned. So I don't know if they're trying to use this to stop my benefits, but my mum's good with this kind of stuff, so she's going to look into it. But, yeah, this is how they use psychological threat. So they take me to the fraud office, and they also try and make you feel guilty. And I had perps in the waiting room glaring at me, so I guess this is like their little, you know, game or whatever that they're doing. So, you know, they use these things as psychological threats. They want you to feel like you're doing something wrong. I told my mum this exact same thing, but you know, I'm doing everything I should. I've been looking for work for the last few years, and I've got nowhere. I'm doing voluntary work twice a week, so you know, I just think they're pissed of the fact that, you know, well, we know today that it's all about money. They don't like the fact that I'm getting money, and as a TI, we know as a TI, if you're a TI, you know how they will try and stop you getting money, whether it's through cutting your benefits if you're on benefits, because most TIs can't get a job. Like me, I can't get a job, right? Or TIs were blacklisted. But this shit is shady as fuck, you know what I mean? It's like £107,000 is a lot of money, and I don't have access to that money. That's enough to buy a house with, pretty much. Or a fancy car. I don't have that kind of money. You know? But this is the bullshit they do. And this is how I noticed he backed down as soon as my mum kind of was... They seemed reluctant for my mum to investigate. They said, oh, that doesn't matter. No, you don't really have to do that. But my mum said she's going to look into it, and she will look into it. Right? So I want to know what the fuck this is about. But I know what it's about. As soon as I got the letter about my benefits, I knew straight away they're gonna try and use it as a way to cut my benefits and stuff. Because they as a TI they want you broke. Because without money you can't get food. You don't have shelter, so they can target you easier. Do you see where I'm coming from? So as a TI they want you to be stone cold broke. They want you to be either on benefits or worse, they want you to be on the streets, right? Because obviously it's easier for them to target you on the streets, and they can wear you down to the point where you either kill yourself or die. But that's not going down like that, you know. I'm not going to allow, and my mum isn't going to allow it either. She's going to look into this. But this is what they do. They will try and use psychological threats. That's why they took me into the fraud office. right? And they gave us no mention of that. It took us into the fraud office of the job centre. But as long as I'm under the recommended amount, you can say, oh, we think you're doing this all you want, you know. As long as I'm under the recommended amount, and as long as I'm trying to find work and I'm doing work-related activities, there's nothing you can do. So I just thought I'd let you know that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm under the They were saying some bullshit like, oh, well, we have to take this into account, so we might have to cut you. You know, and then they back down. But it's what they do, man. They don't want you, as a TI, they don't want you having any form of support, whether it's emotional, friends, or monetary support, money support. They don't want you having any support. They want to cut all your lifelines, so you're forced to be on the street, basically. But that's not going down like that, and yeah, I just want to let you know. And as a TI, I have to talk about this. We've got another storm coming in, I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, there you go.